These men are suffering from New York Post withdrawal, a condition due to the lack of a Sunday New York Post. Men and women who thrive on the excitement of the Post 6 days a week are cruelly cut off on the 7th, causing sports anemia, chronic news hunger, and page 6 deprivation. If you or someone you love is suffering from this malaise, take heart. Help is here.
The Sunday New York Post, the cure for the common Sunday.
Shoot the Moon, Monday at 8 on Channel 11. Tonight on the 8 o'clock movie, John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara star in The
Participating advertiser is the United States Postal Service.
Brought to you by 100% Colombian coffee, the richest coffee in the world.
She was like a dream gliding down the river. A fairy castle carrying folks on a magic voyage. I'll never forget it.
Steamboats are coming again to your post office as 5 commemorative stamps.
She was more splendid than anything I'd ever seen on land.
Dream again. Collect U.S. stamps.
How do I know which coffee to get?
Just look for Juan Valdez.
Right.
Buenos dias.
I just saw Juan Valdez.
Of course. He's on every can of Colombian coffee. When you see him, you know you're getting the richest coffee in the world.
Oh.
If you want 100% Colombian coffee, just look for Juan Valdez. You can't miss him.
Save 3 ways at Grand Union with unadvertised Red Dot specials, everyday low prices, and our weekly Red Dot specials. Like regular and double stuffed Oreo cookies, $2.19 for the 20-ounce package. Chock full of nuts coffee, $1.99 with coupon for the 13-ounce can or bag. Jumbo roll Bounty paper towels are just 79 cents each, while King's Pride whole corned beef briskets are now a low $1.19 a pound. Visit us during the grand opening celebration of Grand Union's newest food center in Middletown, New Jersey.
Joseph Raquet suffers from frequent sinus headaches.
I have nothing but pressure and build-up of pain right in through here.
That's when you need Tylenol Sinus with the maximum strength of Tylenol pain reliever to help knock out sinus pain and the maximum amount of decongestant to break up sinus pressure fast.
It eliminated the pain and it eliminated the pressure. I feel great as a result of it.
Maximum strength Tylenol Sinus medication. It's stronger than sinus headaches and it won't make you drowsy.
Now you, too, can ride in style and comfort like the rich and famous. Win an elegant 1989 Buick Riviera and a 1-week vacation to the luxurious French Riviera, courtesy of the New York, New Jersey, and Fairfield County Buick dealers, the Daily News, and Channel 11, home of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Enter for a chance to win by March 21 at your nearest New York, New Jersey, or Fairfield County Buick dealer, or look for an entry blank in the Daily News.
The 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
For generations, folks have had big reasons to own the home of their dreams, and some little ones, too. At Weichert Realtors, we're putting families in the warmth of the home they really want right now. Only Weichert's Affordability Plus program gives you so many ways to buy more home for your money than you ever dreamed. Call for our free booklet now, or head for your nearest Weichert office. We've got the best selection of homes with low-rate mortgages to help you own yours now. Get the team working on your dream.
Attention, this is a public notice. 3-day furniture liquidation surplus from recent sales on Holiday Inns and Ramada Inns. Living room sets from only $188. Pit groups, modern, contemporary, traditional, and colonial. Save hundreds. Free layaway. Brand new mattress sets from only $48 complete any size. New 4-piece bedroom sets from only $158. Free layaway. At Nationwide Warehouse, 5 New York locations. There's one near you. Queens, Bronx, Long Island, Manhattan, Newark. Phone 718-525-8700. Nationwide Warehouse. Nationwide Warehouse.
Italians know that the classics are made to enrich one's life every day. That's why they enjoy Bolla. The Bolla family has been making classic premium wines for over a century. Maybe that's why the most popular premium wine from Italy is Bolla. Just one of the classics that can enrich your life every day. Bolla, the Italian classic.
Intermission, the show that asks, how much do you really know about the silver screen?
This intermission brought to you by Hyundai. George Romero directed a cast of cannibalistic zombies into instant stardom. What's the name of this notoriously graphic horror film? On our 10-point scale, this question has a difficulty rating of 5.
If we can build a freighter powerful enough to cut through the roughest of seas and massive enough to hold 200,000 tons of cargo, just think of the mid-sized car we can build. Introducing the Sonata from Hyundai. It has more passenger room than any other car in its class. It has the most powerful standard engine in its class. And it's arriving at your dealer right now. The new Sonata from Hyundai, the mid-sized car that makes sense.
Very few films have scared the living daylights out of audiences as well as Night of the Living Dead.
Now, for just 79 cents at Burger King, you can get our regular cheeseburger with juicy tomato and fresh lettuce. Presenting the Burger King Cheeseburger Deluxe. It's regular, but it's deluxe, and it's 79 cents for a limited time at Burger King.
1990 Geo Prism versus the 1989 Toyota Corolla LE. Both have Japanese engineering, but Prism has more horsepower than Corolla. Prism has electronic fuel injection, standard. Corolla doesn't. With automatic transmission, air conditioning, and AM/FM stereo, Prism is over $650 less than Corolla. So, compared to Prism, Corolla keeps coming up short. Except on price. Prism at select Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Mattingly, Henderson, and the rest of the Bronx Bombers fire up the preseason when the Yankees take on the Orioles. Tuesday at 8 on Channel 11. Now we return to The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne.
That's our flight.
It was too short, wasn't it? We were almost there.
What do you want to do?
Can we get the bags off?
What do you need?
The next 10 years will bring.
I wonder where our luggage is.
Everything you need when you need some time together. Membership has its privileges.
She was like a dream gliding down the river. A fairy castle carrying folks on a magic voyage. I'll never forget it.
Steamboats are coming again to your post office as 5 commemorative stamps.
She was more splendid than anything I'd ever seen on land.
Dream again. Collect U.S. stamps.
My partner and I were on our way to Kentucky Fried Chicken when I sensed something big going on.
Something big's going on, Sarge.
It's the 10 4-pack.
The 10 4-pack?
Would you stop repeating me? The 10 4-pack. See, it's 10 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken and 4 biscuits.
Careful, Sarge. Don't burn your trigger finger.
All for just $8.99.
That's a lot of chicken for $8.99.
An awful lot. I think we'd better take the 10 4-pack with us.
As evidence?
No, as dinner.
The 10 4-pack is back at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kids, they're smart. They know what they like. And when it comes to yogurt, they prefer the Light and Lively 6-pack to the Dannon 6-pack.
La la la, light and lively, eat smart.
Kids prefer it. It's fruity and creamy, and it's already mixed.
Feed your body the way that you should.
That's good.
La la la, light and lively, eat smart.
The six-pack kids like best.
What's the monthly cost to put you in a new Toyota?
Oh, well.
A deluxe four-wheel drive Toyota truck.
Ah.
With tinted glass and cloth seats, chrome bumpers, stereo, carpeting, and bumper-to-bumper coverage without a dime deductible.
Wow.
For a short time, you can lease a 4x with financing provided by Toyota Motor Credit Corporation for under $146 per month.
How much?
Under $146. Better run to your Toyota dealer now. 4xs at this price tend to disappear.
I'm out of here.
Starting Sunday, Pathmark's Easter savings mean more value for your holiday. So come in for this smoked ham. Shank portion, 79 cents a pound. And find coupon savings on Scott towels, 2 rolls for $1. Bumblebee chunk light tuna, 49 cents. Plus save $4 on each ticket to the greatest show on earth at Pathmark, 24 hours a day.
More value for your dollar.
The 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages. Mattingly, Henderson, and the rest of the Bronx Bombers fire up the preseason when the Yankees take on the Orioles. Tuesday at 8 on Channel 11.
Now, move into Mercury Topaz and Mercury Tracer and choose either low 4.9 annual percentage rate financing or big cash back. Plus, add popular equipment package savings to Topaz Cashback and save $1,600. Make your move today. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
When you pick up the Sunday Daily News, you pick up more than a newspaper. You pick up some of the most entertaining and informative people in New York, like Liz Smith, columnists Bob Herbert and Mike McAlery, Mike Lupica, and movie critics Carol and Ebert. You get entertaining feature sections like City Lights and 2 magazines, the best comics in New York, and the latest local news. So Sunday, pick up a complete home entertainment system.
New York Sunday paper. The one who stays the coolest is the one who's gonna win. So if you wanna stay cool, soft and dry.
New Soft and Dry Sports Style formula. Stay cool, soft and dry.
All kinds of chicks want beautifully clean hair. Imagine this chick was conditioned with new Silkians. This wasn't. After hours of play, this chick would stay far cleaner. New Silkians, cleaner, longer conditioners, just hatched for beautiful hair.
At burger places, 69 cents won't get you very far. At sub shops, it'll get you even less. 69 cents at pizza parlors, you ain't going nowhere. But at Taco Bell, 69 cents gets you anything on our value menu. 7 favorites like tacos, nachos, and more. 69 cents. It'll take you farther than you think. Taco Bell has the roar to make a run for the border.
It has a classic design and an engine that sings.
If you think you can handle the big, bold taste of extra gold draft, hang on. This is the full tilt draft real beer drinkers have been thirsty for. And it looks like they aren't gonna let go. Grab hold of an extra gold. It's the biggest taste that's happened to beer since they put it in cans.
Now we return to The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy.
The BMW 325i convertible. Along with the sun, moon, and stars, you get a car worth driving.
To work on foreign
foreign car transmissions, a mechanic doesn't have to be fluent in Japanese, or German, or French. There's only one language he has to understand: transmissions. It's a language difficult to master, but at Lee Miles, we only do transmissions. So it's the only language we speak. And that's how we've gotten better at it than anybody else. See the yellow pages for Lee Miles. Foreign or domestic, nobody knows transmissions better.
Are you tired of so-called car deals? Then come to Buick. We don't just talk, we deliver. No empty promises here.
I swear I'm from New York. You gotta believe me. Ever since Roy started the New York only chicken deal, people from other cities have been coming here impersonating New Yorkers just to get our chicken. I got subway tokens, gold chain. Not even close, jerk. I mean, yeah, getting a two-piece dinner and fries for $2.79 is a great deal. But hey, let them get their own deal. Excuse me. Hey, we got another one here.
The New York only chicken deal at Roy's.
At Club Med, you can challenge yourself any way you'd like. But there is one challenge you should take before you go. The Diet Pepsi Challenge. Not only will you see why more people prefer the taste of Diet Pepsi to Diet Coke, you'll also see how you could win a free trip to Club Med from Diet Pepsi. And challenge yourself any way you'd like. Enter at your challenge booth or Diet Pepsi display.
This is WPIX, New York. The 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
To celebrate opening up 2 new stores, NBO is tearing down prices in our biggest spring sale ever. Selected suits are up to 55% off suggested retail prices. Sport coats up to 65% off. Ties up to 75% off. Casual slacks up to 65% off. Shirts up to 80% off. Sweaters up to 75% off. NBO is tearing retail prices apart at our biggest spring sale ever. Just 4 days, Thursday through Sunday. Don't miss it.
If your car pulls to one side, if your steering wheel is off-center, your car could be out of alignment. At Midas, trained professionals with the latest technology align your car right. Midas realigns foreign cars and light trucks, too, the right way. Before your tires show uneven wear, have your alignment checked, or you could be shortening tire life and taking risks. You see, we're serious about safety. Hey, nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
Beating the Honda Prelude could be a challenge, but look at it this way. This sporty Mazda MX-6 beats it by over $2,500. Its warranty covers you for an additional 14,000 miles. MX-6 has far more room inside. And right now, it comes with $750 cash back from Mazda. How's that for a good reason to make the move to Mazda?
See your local Mazda dealer today and get $750 cash back on MX-6.
6 days a week, the New York Post gives you the real scoop on the city. Incisive local news coverage. The best sports pages in the country. And page 6, the creme de la creme of who's who and what's what. In fact, there's only one little thing that's been missing from the Post. Until now. A Sunday edition. The Sunday New York Post will make your Sunday.
No one knows precisely when man discovered his sense of humor. But there are a few theories about where. Ireland, the ancient birthplace of good times. Call 1-800-SHAMROCK.
I get paid to fly on TWA. I'm part of the quality control team. I report directly to the chairman on what's good and what needs improving. When he's happy, you're happy.
Today's TWA. Find out how good we really are. TWA kept something in mind when we made our business class seat one of the widest in the sky.
People sometimes cross their legs. Today's TWA. Find out how good we really are.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, it's a surprise. They'll cook the food so she won't get wise. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I need a man. Yeah. How about the trio grand?
The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages gives you the most ads and the most choices. No wonder it's the most used book around.
Make me a perfect match.
The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. No other book can match it.
Now we return to The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne.
Ahead on USA Tonight, new clues in the terror bombing of Pan Am 103 and renewed anger from the families of the victims. We'll show you two sides of the picket line tonight, the pilots who have crossed the line to the cockpits and the pilots who call them scabs and strikebreakers. It's a very human view of a bitter struggle. On the Health Beat, a breakthrough in bringing back color to the colorblind. Also a sports commentary on Michigan's quitter coach and the Irish on parade. Join us for USA Tonight.
When you're feeling something special about someone, call and tell him.
Son, I look at Davy. I think I'm looking at you. Well, you were beautiful, too.
Who's got it better than us? Fortune off.
It's the dining sale at Fortune Off with savings of up to 50%. Italian look stoneware on sale. Service for 4 starting at $49.99. Our entire stemware collection is on sale, like this lead crystal, 4 for $19.99. And our informal tablecloths are on sale, like this extra wide cloth, starting at $9.99. At Fortune Off, Westbury and Wayne.
Fortune off. Who's got it better than us?
Here's one for the books. Woman calls up and says her car is stolen right out of her driveway. Brand new Honda Prelude. Basic car theft, right? Only here's the twist. Seems the thief pulled up in his old Prelude, switched it for the brand new one, and drives off. Now, the lady's got the old one, the thief's got the brand new one, and we're looking for a guy who likes Hondas. You can't make this stuff up.
Honda, the car that sells itself at your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Tri-Honda dealer.
Exciting harness racing continues every Monday through Saturday night at the Meadowlands. Top trotters and pacers race 11 times a night at America's #1 harness track, the Meadowlands.
These men are suffering from New York Post withdrawal, a condition due to the lack of a Sunday New York Post. Men and women who thrive on the excitement of the Post 6 days a week are cruelly cut off on the 7th, causing sports anemia, chronic news hunger, and page 6 deprivation. If you or someone you love is suffering from this malaise, take heart. Help is here.
The Sunday New York Post, the cure for the common Sunday.
Legend. Sunday at 1 on Channel 11. The 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
Why did Daddy leave us?
Something happened between me and Mom.
You've been fighting again. Are you gonna let her get a divorce?
He's crazy.
Why?
Because we're not together.
What happens to me?
When marriage ends,
Do you love her?
love begins.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Diane Keaton, Albert Finney, Shoot the Moon.
Monday at 8 on Channel 11.
The base price of this Isuzu Trooper is $13,149. Of course, when you start adding features like a 2.6-liter fuel-injected engine, 4-wheel drive, power steering, mud and snow steel-belted radials, triple skid plates, and reclining front bucket seats, the price may come as quite a shock. Still, just $13,149. And right now, you could save up to $900 on the versatile Isuzu Trooper 4x4.
I'll never forget that morning. All I could think of was to reach Mr. Thomas's bake shop for one of his hot muffins with nooks and crannies and butter, and still make it to school before the switch. But that day, I would have had to pedal farther than ever before. Mr. Thomas had taken his muffins to America.
Thomas's English muffins. For over 100 years, England's breakfast tradition in America's hands.
92.3 K-Rock presents the official history of rock and roll. 35 years of rock and roll. The words, the music, the people who made it happen. Listen every weekday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 92.3 FM K-Rock, New York's classic rock and roll radio.
What can you do in 3.5 seconds? Well, one thing you can do in 3.5 seconds is win up to $1,000 in tic-tac-toe, the new instant scratch-off game from New York Lottery. Tic-tac-toe, the most fun you can have in 3.5 seconds.
At Ryder, we're conducting some important research. We're here to figure out the best way to attract attention to our new pricing deal. And you know what we just discovered? Our new deal is so good, we don't have to make a big deal about it. So move yourself with Ryder. We make the going easy.
For Shelley Long,
You never give me an ounce of credit for anything I do.
that's because you never do anything. The good life was winding down. So now,
Approve!
she's joining up
To Beverly Hills.
and going from social service
Do you like people to call you dictator or just Dick?
to public service.
Lie down and open your mouth.
True Beverly Hills.
Last time I did this, I got more than a patch for it.
Rated PG. Starts Wednesday, March 22nd at a theater near you.
Now we return to The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne.
Now you, too, can ride in style and comfort like the rich and famous. Win an elegant 1989 Buick Riviera and a one-week vacation to the luxurious French Riviera, courtesy of the New York, New Jersey, and Fairfield County Buick dealers, the Daily News, and Channel 11, home of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Enter for a chance to win by March 21 at your nearest New York, New Jersey, or Fairfield County Buick dealer, or look for an entry blank in the Daily News.
Introducing a sedan with the heart of a lion, the all-new Toyota Cressida. Inside, the majestic body beats a powerful 24-valve, 190-horsepower engine. Plus, legendary Toyota quality. Quality that has made Cressida the most trouble-free new car sold 2 years in a row. Cressida for $89, the king of luxury performance sedans and the pride of Toyota.
How do you spot a MetLife representative? He's intelligent and knowledgeable, concerned and caring, friendly and ready to listen. A big nose and floppy ears are optional. Thank you. Get Met. It pays. He said we gotta go to Friendly's.
Kids invent reasons to visit Friendly's.
Because I walk the dog?
But here's one for Mom and Dad. The $1.49 kids meal deal.
The cat?
Any of 4 sit-down meals, complete with drink and famous Friendly Sunday. A real meal for an unreal $1.49.
Oh my gosh, hamburgers at Friendly's.
The kids meal deal for a short time.
It's important. Friendly's, great food and ice cream.
For Shelley Long,
You never give me an ounce of credit for anything I do.
that's because you never do anything. The good life was winding down. So now,
Approve!
she's joining up
To Beverly Hills.
and going from social service
Do you like people to call you dictator or just Dick?
to public service.
Lie down and open your mouth.
True Beverly Hills.
Last time I did this, I got more than a patch for it.
Rated PG. Starts Wednesday, March 22nd at a theater near you.
Who's making the deals that helped thousands of smart car shoppers move up to Plymouth Sundance?
Who? Who else? Your Chrysler Plymouth Smart Guys.
Now, they're topping themselves with special deals on sporty new Sundances that'll turn you on with style, performance, fun, and low financing that can save you a hatful or $900 cash back. Nobody knows how to satisfy the customer better than you know who.
Who?
The Smart Guys, your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Who else?
For generations, folks have had big reasons to own the home of their dreams, and some little ones too. At Weichert Realtors, we're putting families in the warmth of the home they really want right now. Only Weichert's Affordability Plus program gives you so many ways to buy more home for your money than you ever dreamed. Call for our free booklet now or head for your nearest Weichert office. We've got the best selection of homes with low-rate mortgages to help you own yours now. Get the team working on your dream.
Shoot the Moon, Monday at 8 on Channel 11. The 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
He said we gotta go to Friendly's.
Kids invent reasons to visit Friendly's.
Because I walk the dog?
But here's one from Mom and Dad. The $1.49 kids meal deal.
The cat?
Any of 4 sit-down meals, complete with drink and famous Friendly Sunday. A real meal for an unreal $1.49.
Oh my gosh, hamburgers at Friendly's.
The kids meal deal for a short time.
It's important. Friendly's, great food and ice cream.
I think this trip is getting to Mom and Dad. They're acting weird.
TWA means Los Angeles.
They haven't yelled at me in days, and they haven't been that good.
TWA means San Francisco.
The other day, I caught them holding hands.
TWA means Hawaii.
You know, they're really pretty nice once you get to know them.
Today's TWA.
Can you afford to drive a Buick? So much for so little.
It started with a death.
You believe in God?
Yes. But it's going to end with a bang. Don Johnson, his sheriff's deputy, Jerry Beck.
White supremacy.
The system won't back him up.
White and pure, Mr. Beck.
But he knows 7 men who will. Dead Bang, rated R. Starts Friday, March 24th at a theater near you.
Most cars are designed specifically to handle this, the sales curve. The BMW 325IS is influenced by curves of a slightly different nature. Before you choose a car engineered for the whims of the marketplace, consider one designed for undulations of a far more relevant variety.
For a test drive, contact your New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut BMW dealers.
She was like a dream, gliding down the river. A fairy castle carrying folks on a magic voyage. I'll never forget it.
Steamboats are coming again to your post office as 5 commemorative stamps.
She was more splendid than anything I'd ever seen on land.
Dream again. Collect U.S. stamps.
Participating advertiser was the United States Postal Service.
This USA Tonight news break is brought to you by BMW.
Good evening. The British government denies it knows who planted the bomb on Pan Am Flight 103 as the U.S. sends investigators overseas to evaluate airline security. And the United States is lifting the ban on Chilean fruit despite the cyanide scare.
Now we return to The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne. There's more great movie entertainment on Channel 11.
Now you, too, can ride in style and comfort like the rich and famous. Win an elegant 1989 Buick Riviera and a one-week vacation to the luxurious French Riviera, courtesy of the New York, New Jersey and Fairfield County Buick dealers, the Daily News and Channel 11, home of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Enter for a chance to win by March 21 at your nearest New York, New Jersey or Fairfield County Buick dealer, or look for an entry blank in the Daily News.
Did Daddy leave us?
Something happened between me and Mom.
I want to talk about it! You've been fighting again. Are you gonna let her get a divorce?
It was crazy.
Why?
Because we're not together.
What happens to me?
When marriage ends,
Do you love her?
love begins.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Diane Keaton, Albert Finney, Shoot the Moon.
Monday at 8 on Channel 11.
It has a classic design and an engine that sings.
Six days a week, the New York Post gives you the real scoop on the city. Incisive local news coverage. The best sports pages in the country. And page 6, the creme de la creme of who's who and what's what. In fact, there's only one little thing that's been missing from the Post. Until now. A Sunday edition. The Sunday New York Post will make your Sunday.
One morning, my little brother Alfred found a new hiding place. I searched for Alfred for almost an hour and could only get him to come out by promising to give him my apple tart after dinner. Well, we are 60 years older now and an ocean apart, but I still know how to find my brother Alfred.
Who says you can't go home again? Go ahead. Reach out and touch someone.
She was like a dream gliding down the river. A fairy castle carrying folks on a magic voyage. I'll never forget it.
Steamboats are coming again to your post office as 5 commemorative stamps.
She was more splendid than anything I'd ever seen on land.
Dream again. Collect U.S. stamps.
For a big bite of comedy, it's Channel 11's full-course dinner-time crack-ups. Benson at 6 and the Jeffersons at 6:30 on Channel 11. Catch the action as the Yankees take on the Orioles Tuesday at 8 on Channel 11.
Tonight, New York area families react to reports that the British know who bombed Pan Am Flight 103, killing their loved ones. The ban is lifted on Chilean grapes and berries. Those who would be mayor press the flesh at the St. Patrick's Day parade. And the Pit House pet, suing Bob Guccione, says he made her have sex with other men.
From Channel 11, this is USA Tonight with Brad Holbrook and Sheila Steinbeck.
Good evening. Sheila is on assignment tonight. Word in the British press is that the investigators now know who bombed Pan Am Flight 103 last December, killing 270 people. However, British, U.S., and German officials all deny it. FBI Director William Sessions going so far as to say the British reports are only tabloid journalism. There are some new pieces to the puzzle, though, tonight, and some new revelations about warnings of the bombing. Eric Shawn has the latest.
Investigators now know what bag held the bomb that blew apart Pan American Flight 103, but they do not know who the bomber was. Widespread reports in Europe that a suspect has been identified or arrested or is now under secret guard have been vigorously denied by British officials, who seem no closer to nailing those responsible for the horrifying deaths of 270 people.
If you look at the appalling difficulties there were in trying to assemble evidence, on the contrary, I think we have made quite a remarkable progress. And as I've already indicated, I see no reason to believe that the progress made is the only progress that we'll make.
Some doubt the bomber will ever be caught.
What we will know is which group did it, we'll know how they did it, why they did it, and so on.
Pan Am has admitted it received warnings about a possible bomb 7 weeks before the fateful flight. In October, West German police told airlines to watch out for a bomb hidden in a Toshiba tape recorder similar to one confiscated from a Palestinian terrorist group.
My wife died, and 270 people died, burned to death because these people didn't do their jobs.
Relatives of victims who were blown out of the air charge Pan Am and authorities with the cover-up and wonder why the passengers' luggage was not sufficiently checked. John Root's bride of just 4 months, Hannah Root, died in the wreckage, and so did the young couple's dreams.
Is it realistic to expect Pan Am to find a tape recorder amidst thousands of pieces of baggage?
Absolutely, because the warning was about a specific kind of recorder, a Toshiba recorder. The warning came with specific instructions. It said you would be able to find the bomb by lifting up the box, and if you shook it and the parts rattled inside, it would be a bomb.
I don't think that they even bothered to look. This is my personal feelings. I think that the information that they had was taken very lightly.
Though John Root has filed a $100 million lawsuit against the airline, his cause is not just money, but seeking responsibility and prevention. Like other victims' relatives, he hopes to make sure the Pan Am tragedy is not repeated, but fears without answers the same type of attack will certainly happen again. I'm Eric Shawn in New York City.
Fruit that just 4 days ago was labeled forbidden is once again on its way to your supermarket. President Bush has lifted a U.S. import ban on all grapes and berries from Chile. That despite a new poisoning threat received today. Health officials say that threat does not raise any additional concern. Officials from both countries are stepping up their fruit inspections. Chileans had been trying to prove their fruit was good all week and protested the ban, claiming it was killing their economy. President Bush, however, defended the decision to ban imported fruit from Chile.
No, I think when the health of the American people might be threatened, you got to take prudent action. And I think HHS, working with others, have done a good job on this.
The government halted Chilean fruit shipments after inspectors found traces of cyanide in 2 grapes in Philadelphia last weekend. Shoppers are being encouraged to closely examine the fruit you buy. Gary McGivern, one of New York State's most controversial convicted killers, is a free man tonight. McGivern had served 20 years of a 25 to life sentence after being convicted of murdering a Westchester County deputy sheriff during an attempted prison escape in 1968. Granted clemency by Governor Cuomo 3 years ago, McGivern immediately became eligible for parole. He was turned down twice, but supported by his wife and some notables ranging from William F. Buckley to Pete Seeger, his third parole request was approved on Wednesday. McGivern was freed this morning. The law enforcement community is outraged.
I did not kill a deputy sheriff. What I did was remain silent in the face of a crime happening. And because of that silence, 2 men died.
It sends a terrible message to the potential cop killer out there that we don't care if you kill a cop.
Upon his release, McGivern said he plans to spend the rest of his life proving that Governor Cuomo made the right decision. Coming up on USA Tonight, 'twas a great day for the Irish, especially on Fifth Avenue, where the parade was led by a woman for the first time in 228 years. And the candidates for mayor were all wearing green. Stay with us.
USA Tonight, brought to you by Kellogg's Crispix and by Jordache Base.
The following is provided by the New York State Lottery.
Good evening and welcome to New York Lottery's Keno drawing for today, Friday, March 17th, 1989. We've just completed the drawing under the observation of an independent auditor from Deloitte Haskins & Sells. The winning numbers drawn tonight have been placed on the posting board in ascending order, and they are 5, 8, 9, 15, 20, 21, 34, 36, 42, 43, 50, 51, 53, 56, 58, 64, 68, 72, 73, and 78. The cash jackpot for this draw is $250,000. You win a share of the Keno jackpot by correctly choosing 10 out of the 20 winning numbers drawn. And don't forget, tomorrow's lotto jackpot is $4 million, including annuity interest. For the New York State Lottery, I'm Tamara Roach. Thank you, and good night.
Some cereals turn into flavorless mush in milk. Crispix stays crispy. See? Crispix. But I suppose you want proof, so I'll let it sit here, and you come back after this commercial break. See ya.
I love you.
Champagne is now being served on the after deck.
By the way, when will your inheritance come through?
Lobster is now being served on the promenade
I
deck.
love your villa at Monte Carlo.
Colombian coffee is now being served in the starboard side lounge.
No wonder so many people's preferences lean toward 100% Colombian coffee. It's the richest coffee in the world. Handpicked by Juan Valdez.
Hey there. I'm back. Okay, let's see if it's still crispy. Crunchy. That toasted crisp shape stays tasty. Well, now you know the facts, so I guess you can take it from here. Crispix. Crisp that just won't quit.
Every night while you're sleeping, UPS is maintaining its status as the only company that delivers overnight to every address coast to coast. And we guarantee it with UPS Next Day Air. And because we're so efficient, we'll still do it for up to half what other companies charge, which is guaranteed to cause our competition some sleepless nights. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
So are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Dad was afraid I'd find a starving artist up here.
Oh, Dad was worried.
Okay, I admit, I was a bit worried when my little sister took off on her own.
I'm not so little anymore.
Here, let me get that.
No way. Mine.
American Express, huh? I'm gonna stop worrying about you.
Making you feel like a million. To become a member, look for this display and take one.
Irish eyes are smiling all over the world tonight. St. Patrick's Day being celebrated with parades and, of course, the wearing of the green. In Dublin, Ireland, 250,000 people turned out wearing shamrocks and waving their flags. Among those on the parade route, about 1,700 foreigners, many of them Americans wanting to spend St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. Meantime, here in New York, where everyone is Irish on this day, about 1,250,000 people followed the parade up Fifth Avenue. And for the first time in the 228-year-old parade tradition, a woman led it. 66-year-old Dorothy Cudahy, the first woman Grand Marshal of the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade. About 200,000 marchers followed Miss Cudahy up Fifth Avenue, enjoying the weather, the bands, the Irish music, and the exchanging of a little blarney. For the first time in recent memory, the governor of New York did not participate in today's parade. Governor Cuomo remained in Albany, attending to state budget matters. But for other politicians and soon-to-be politicians, it was a day when everyone in New York was Irish. Sheila Steinbach reports.
The sun shined bright on Mayor Koch along Fifth Avenue. He marched with New York's finest.
I am sure that lots of people thought that somehow or other I would not be well received. I always thought I'd be well received. I didn't realize I'd be this well received. It's probably better than any of the parades I've ever been in.
Next came former MTA boss Richard Ravitch, who marched in his first St. Patrick's Day parade. He joined the transit police.
I love it. Terrific people marching with the transit police. I got to know an awful lot of them when I was chairman of the MTA, and they're a great bunch of guys.
Then, between marching bands, City Controller Harrison Golden. The crowd reaction was mild, more because many did not quite know who he was.
This is J.O. Golden's Day, you know, and I have Jonathan O'Golden with me. He's only 10, but we're both enjoying marching enormously.
The crowds began to come alive with this contingent. Manhattan Borough President David Dinkins. On either side of him, Brooklyn DA Liz Holtzman, City Council President Andrew Stein, and Queensborough President Claire Schulman. The response was warm and encouraging from the sidewalk.
And today, of course, everyone is Irish. I am David O. Dinkins.
Then the crowd noise swelled with the group that followed the firefighters. It was led by Rudy Giuliani, and out of nowhere there were signs with Rudy's name urging him to run. A lot of these homemade signs people were raising along the parade route were not so homemade. We saw some pre-campaign workers giving them out.
It's a terrific parade. It's just a wonderful day, and I feel very good about it.
Still, with a little help or not, Giuliani received a genuinely robust reception from the crowd. Although many say he's an inexperienced campaigner, Giuliani seemed to know exactly what to do this St. Patrick's Day. This is Sheila Steinbach reporting.
Meantime, up above it all, they're packing their bags now aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery, ready to come back home at dawn tomorrow. Today, the astronauts put their ship through 5 end-over-end tumbles, trying to get a bulky experiment back to work. The orbital acrobatics being captured by a super video camera 180 miles below, giving us all a rather unique look at the shuttle in orbit. The 5-day mission scheduled to end tomorrow morning with a landing at Edwards Air Force Base in the California desert.
Still got coverage. I've got, you can take the mid-deck camera here and see.
Still ahead on USA Tonight, the Miracle Mets of '69 meet again at a baseball card show. And the Wizard of Oz comes alive on the Radio City Music Hall stage. Stay with us.
People all over America are losing weight with the Slim Fast liquid diet.
In 1 week, I lost 7 pounds. 7 pounds.
Slim Fast is making a pledge. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
1 week and the weight was gone.
Each Slim Fast shake is a delicious, nutritious, low-calorie meal. Have 1 shake for breakfast, 1 shake for lunch, then eat a sensible dinner.
Not only did I lose 4 pounds in a week,
I lost 5.
The Slim Fast pledge. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
It's never too late to make it better.
Jordache Basics.
It's a matter of choice. Choose your own way. Jordache Basics ain't your mama's blue jeans. These jeans make you feel cool. Jordache Basics, very blue jeans.
Now you, too, can ride in style and comfort like the rich and famous. Win an elegant 1989 Buick Riviera and a 1-week vacation to the luxurious French Riviera, courtesy of the New York, New Jersey and Fairfield County Buick dealers, the Daily News and Channel 11, home of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Enter for a chance to win by March 21 at your nearest New York, New Jersey or Fairfield County Buick dealer, or look for an entry blank in the Daily News.
Are you tired of so-called car deals? Then come to Buick. We don't just talk, we deliver. No empty promises here.
USA Tonight's Health Feed is brought to you by Riopan.
When you have a headache, sometimes it's simple just to treat it with aspirin. Well, now experts say it's not always as simple as that. A doctor at the New England Center for Headaches in Connecticut says several symptoms can combine to cause a headache that's called mixed headache syndrome. And the doctor says each symptom has to be found and treated separately. He also says everything from this time of year to financial concerns can be to blame. More than 1.5 million Fisher-Price car safety seats for children are being recalled. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration deciding that the seats are not up to federal safety standards after tests by the Fisher-Price company showed the foam seat pads in 2 models burn faster than they should.
USA Tonight's Health Feed is brought to you by Riopan.
Are you okay, Dad?
Sure, doctor said it's heartburn.
Heartburn and high blood pressure. Wants him to cut out salt. Well, you better do it. He will. Don't worry.
If you're one of millions of heartburn sufferers and also have to cut out salt, cut it out of your antacid, too. Riopan Plus 2 is sodium-free, and it starts neutralizing stomach acid in 10 seconds.
Dessert?
Well, you're sure feeling better, Dad.
For heartburn and indigestion, Riopan Plus 2, sodium-free, and it works fast.
Whether your taste is for rich, satisfying decaf
Or if extra smooth Mountain Blend decaffeinated is the way to start your day, when you've found a naturally decaffeinated blend that tastes your way.
It's necessarily Nescafe.
Rich decaf or Mountain Blend decaffeinated. Only Nescafe gives you this choice.
Great coffee blends to taste your way. That's necessarily Nescafe.
These men are suffering from New York Post withdrawal, a condition due to the lack of a Sunday New York Post. Men and women who thrive on the excitement of the Post 6 days a week are cruelly cut off on the 7th, causing sports anemia, chronic news hunger, and page 6 deprivation. If you or someone you love is suffering from this malaise, take heart. Help is here.
The Sunday New York Post, the cure for the common Sunday.
Tearful day in court for a former Penthouse magazine Pet of the Year who's suing publisher Bob Guccione for $10 million. Anika DiLorenzo, who's suing for breach of contract, weeping bitterly as she testified among her charges that Guccione had her seduce his financial advisor, that he urged her to have sex with an Italian furniture dealer, and that he told her to do hardcore movie sex scenes with a man and a woman. She labels Guccione an evil, sadistic man and a pimp. DiLorenzo contends she was promised security for life by Guccione, who then fired her in 1980. Bob, you don't have to promise us anything quite that extreme, but a nice carryover of today's weather into tomorrow would be nice.
Lovely soft segue here. I must tell you, I wish we had some really nice weather to repeat for tomorrow, but we've got some showers coming our way. We need them. I don't like it to happen on weekends, but what the hell? I mean,
Bob.
Excuse me. 57 degrees in the big town right now. Look at this, will you? A high of 70 this afternoon, and you loved every single degree of it. All right, cooling down a little bit. 57 degrees right now. The humidity at 64%. Winds are southeast at 10 miles an hour. The barometer's falling at 30.12. And we have partly cloudy skies, more clouds to come. A satellite picture reveals why. A very strong weather front is lined up across the northern part of the United States. It is a cold front. And embedded in there is a storm system that is going to march up the St. Lawrence River Valley north of us tomorrow and bring us some showers during the day and tomorrow night. And then all of these clouds will sort of swing or pivot out to sea by Sunday. So we expect a gradual clearing trend. But right now, radar shows a pretty good lineup along that frontal zone, just south of Chicago, cutting up towards Detroit and Buffalo, and right on up towards northern New England. They're going to get some snow out of this in northern Vermont and northern New Hampshire. In our neck of the woods, all of that will sort of pendulum in our direction tomorrow, and I do see some showers in here. Not a steady rain all day, but on and off showers coming up for tomorrow and tomorrow night. The map shows why. There's that cold front. There's that little storm system up near Buffalo by about 7 o'clock in the morning, making a beeline for northern Maine by tomorrow night. And we will have mild air out ahead of it, cooler air behind it, and a clearing trend. So a 50-50 weekend with that showery weather tomorrow and then some sunshine coming through on Sunday and probably carrying over to Monday. Nighttime temps, pretty mild. What a sweet day this was, too. Only going down to 47 here in town, 42 out on the island, maybe a few readings in the upper 30s to near 40 in the distant suburbs. And tomorrow, hey, we may even have a little bit of thunder mixed in with all this action here. Some of those clouds could be convective with that frontal system crossing our area. Clouds, showers, a few bits of thunder coming around later in the day, the high about 58. And then on Sunday, morning clouds will give way to afternoon sunshine. It'll cool down to the upper 40s, but pretty nice overall. And on Monday, it should be partly to mostly sunny with just a chill in the air. Enjoy your weekend, please. Brad?
Is the back of winter broken now?
Just about.
Just
hey,
about.
You know, spring.
A little cautious yet.
Spring on Monday.
Yeah, oh, how about that? We'll celebrate. Okay, Bob. You know, for about a half a century now, no childhood has really been complete without watching the wonderful story of the little girl from Kansas and her lovable little dog whisked into a fairyland named Oz. Well, now the magic comes to life once again at Radio City Music Hall. Ed Miller has the story.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
They've been traveling down this yellow brick road for 50 years. Characters in a movie that have become part of our family. The Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man in Search of a Heart, the Scarecrow Without a Brain, and a little lost girl from Kansas.
Everyone has his own favorite film, but The Wizard of Oz stands in a class by itself. It's been seen by close to 1 billion people, more than any other film in history. It's been on network television 31 times, an annual family event. The average American has seen it a dozen times. Not a cult, not a craze, bigger now than ever.
Next week, the film is coming alive in a $7 million stage show, which will tour 70 cities. Because the film is such a classic and beloved by so many millions, the producers are not changing a word. There are elaborate special effects with lots of characters flying, but the dialogue, the singing, the dancing will remain exactly the same. This golden anniversary is also proving golden through merchandising. There are keychains, lunchboxes, costumes, plates, 5 different sets of dolls, puppets, munchkins everywhere you turn, and stuffed Totos galore, all expected to ring up several $100 million in sales worldwide over the next 2 years.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Back in 1939, no one imagined the film would become a classic. It had a disastrous beginning. You're about to see rare photographs of the mistakes. At first, Judy Garland was a blonde, later made to look more natural. The Wicked Witch was more elegant than evil. Buddy Ebsen was the original Tin Man, but the aluminum dust made him sick. Jack Haley replaced him. Finally, the film's director was fired, and the film's theme defined. Historian John Fricke has spent much of his life studying the film, and he believes the film's power lies in its message.
No matter what you're looking for, you can already find it inside yourself. That's a fairly simplistic sort of statement, but there's a great deal of truth in that. That the Scarecrow always did have a brain. He didn't need one. He just needed somebody to tell him he had one. The same thing with the Tin Woodman and the Lion. And the fact that when you're looking for a home, his home isn't necessarily a place. Ray Bolger used to say this. He said, home is people. People you love and people who love you. That's a home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
A powerful message from an American classic. In New York, I'm Ed Miller.
Yeah. You've heard the expression, lucky to be alive. There's a whole basketball team feeling that way tonight.
Well, we almost had the sports story of the year and maybe of the decade as Georgetown was pushed to the limit by Princeton, 50-49. And for those of you who don't know about Princeton's coach, it's Pete Carrill. We'll have all the highlights in a moment.
Anyone in a hurry should meet this woman. She's an owner of a major U.S. corporation, and she knows fast service is good for her business.
I gotta make a plane.
Oh, well, don't worry. With Roving Rapid Return, I can check you in right here.
Avis Incorporated is the only major rent-a-car company owned by its corporate employees.
Here's your receipt.
Boy, whoever owns this place sure knows what they're doing.
Thanks.
Get fast service and super value rates. At Avis, we're trying harder than ever.
Can you afford to drive a Buick? So much for so little.
Hey, Gene, can you give me a hand here?
Be right with you, John.
Thanks. Let me tell you, Jean's my favorite helpful hardware person. She knows everything. How to fix stuff, what tools to use, the right kind of paint to buy. Hey, there's nothing she doesn't know.
So how can I help you today, John?
I just got a couple jobs.
Well, nothing we can't handle. Let's start with the toggle bolts.
Toggle bolts?
Ace is the place.
She knows just what to do and how to do it. Hey, let me tell you, Ace is a place for me.
This Week in Sports, brought to you by Ace Hardware.
Well, it may be St. Patrick's Day 1989 in most parts of New York tonight, but it was October 1969 over at Pier 92 on the Hudson River. The occasion, a massive baseball card show featuring more than 500 baseball card dealers from 26 states, and you didn't think this was a big industry. The star attractions, 20 members of the world champion 1969 Mets, Don Clendenin, Cleon Jones, Ed Kranepool there. The card show, including the Mets, continues tomorrow and Sunday. Excitement tonight in the NCAA tournament that you almost would never expect to see.
Princeton was 2 points away from the biggest victory, the biggest upset in the history of the NCAA tournament. We're talking about a 16 seed against Georgetown, losing 50-49. Now, I mentioned Pete Carril as the coach. A lot of fans don't know about him, but he's coached at Princeton forever, and the coaches know he may be the best coach in America. And if you're not ready for his backdoor stuff, let's take a look at what happens. Georgetown comes out, and you know they're a good defensive team, but you turn your head, bingo. Here is Lappin to Mueller, zipping down the middle, backdoor. Now Mueller to Scravis, who goes backdoor. I mean, this is sensational. They're up by 8 at the half. Then, beginning of the second half, Lappin to Doyle, they go up by 10, but they could not handle Morning. He misses here, rebounds in. They force another miss, there's Morning, kept them in the game. Now, Mueller to Doyle, another backdoor play, puts them up by 2, but with 12 seconds to go, they're down by 1. They give it to Scravis, his jumper is blocked by Morning, and if it wasn't for Morning, Georgetown would be out, but they're in 50-49. In the first game, or actually the second game out there, Notre Dame 52, Vanderbilt 42 in the middle of the second half right now. For a while, Rutgers looked like a Cinderella team, but Iowa sent them crashing to reality with a burst late in the second half. Too much class for the Knights. Armstrong to Horton. Armstrong was a thorn in Rutgers' side all day. Defensive lapses, Marble along the baseline, who had 24 points. Then, in crunch time, Carter loses the ball, and Armstrong delivers at the other end for 35 points. Iowa wins it 87-73. In round 2, it will be Iowa against NC State, who had little trouble with South Carolina. Seton Hall, Southwest Missouri State, figured to be a toughie, and it was. It was a boring game, really, sloppy, but the Hall pulled it out in the second half, late in the second half. Cooper to Walker for 2 points, and then a three-pointer by Morton put him up by 3. With 2 minutes to go, the lead is 2. Green drives, could have been a charge, but they called it a basket, and it was a big one. With the lead up to 5, an all-court press doesn't work. Gaze converts at the other end. Seton Hall wins it by 9, 60-51. Now, they will play Evansville, which went to overtime before knocking off Oregon State by 4 points. With 4 minutes to go, Indiana's having no problems in eliminating George Mason. Alabama had led all the way, and now with 10 seconds to go, they still led, but by only 1, and South Alabama had the ball.
Derek Turner's in the lineup now for South Alabama.